Hey guys, hello and what's up? Welcome to another episode of the Fallen Fett Chronicles. I'm your host, Ernie, the one and only Fallen Fett. We are on episode 175. It is Tuesday, June 16th at 6:35. I am sorry for the delay. Computer issues, technical issues, and basically the heat sucks. I have a really bad cramp in my neck / shoulder from the heat today that showed up like midday. I walked into my room and it was really weird. I felt like everything was off. I had figures on the floor that I don't know where the hell they came from. I just saw the cameras off. The room is still a mess. We need to work on that next. Yeah, it's just been busy and hot and so much stuff going on in news. Here we are at Tuesday, once again with nothing ready, right? We have the World Cup going on, lots of soccer stuff for everybody. Football is the correct way to say it. That's been a lot of fun. There's a lot of people talking about that. What else was this weekend? Yeah, there was just lots and lots of stuff going on. I went to the circus for the first time in a very long time. We did that down the hill. It was a lot of fun, very entertaining and cool day. We had a nice dinner beforehand and then ended up going to the circus. Corinne was freaked out that there were going to be animals. I said they don't do that no more. And then in the middle of the show, they brought out snakes. And she swears that a snake bit the trainer. I do not see it, but we'll have to see. We do have lots of Comic-Con news coming out as far as the exclusives. Jada did one of their 3 reveals today. Sorry, I'm very thirsty. I need to try and get that. And the cool thing about Jada stuff is they'll have it on Next Level. I've never had a problem with getting anything, but as their popularity grows, I don't know for sure. So I'm going to do my best to get that. Unfortunately, because of the circus, there was no Disney trip this weekend, and I'm definitely feeling I need some Disney in my life. It's been a couple weeks now, and I'm definitely feeling the withdrawal. So need to make a trip over to Disneyland for sure this weekend. Movie wise, we do have Toy Story coming out. Marcus will get into all our news, but is it already showing? I mean, are those pictures real of Tom Holland already premiering Spider-Man? I saw that in some of my feed today, and I was like, where's this at? What is going on? Seems a little bit early, but I guess not. It's June 16th, right? And yeah, I'm just so hot. I'm out of it. I am not feeling it, but we are here for sure. I'm going to bring Marcus in. Hello, Marcus. No, you're muted. You need to turn your mic on. There you go. All right. How are you?
Doing good. It's really hot. I don't like it.
Yeah, dude, I can't stand it. I burned myself so many times like all this week. Okay, so me and Saul have been getting our ass kicked since like Thursday. Not only that, you know, when I go on call and I can't make a show, well, he's on call and he's had nothing but late calls. So that means that he has to leave work early. So he's taking off like at 10 or whatever because he's been at work since like 1 a.m. And then I take over and do that. And I'm rolling by myself. It's hot, trying to finish. Basically, we keep tapping each other back in and out because then I'm like, okay, this is, you know, hopefully you don't have leaks. And oh my God, dude, it's been rough at work. The jobs just aren't getting easier either. So yeah, we're getting our ass kicked. I think we drove around in silence today, literally for like a good hour. And that's sitting like right in the person in the vehicle with you. It's just like pure silence. Radio wasn't even on because it's just hot. We're bothered. Nothing seems to be going right. All the jobs suck. Yeah, and so we're there. So I can't wait for this weekend. Like I just want some rest and relaxation. I wish I had a pool. This is the time, like right now, where I do wish, like getting older. Like I used to hear those stories of all the old guys who would talk, you know, in those uppity areas, and they'd be like, "Well, I'm just gonna jump in the pool, and then I'll, you know, jump in the jacuzzi and reset my muscles." That would be really nice right about now. Now I know the feeling of that all. You know, I see John and the Ross in the chat. What's up, John? And then too, like for a while now, I keep hitting up Ross and Dee Dee's. Dee Dee seems to be getting back everything in case you missed stuff. And I think the workers are just onto everything because unfortunately I haven't found crap in forever. And that's weird. Like I'll find something, but nothing at all is happening. I mean, it's okay too, but it is just really weird. So I feel like there's this like just a funk in the air, right? Like we need to switch timelines. I think I've been saying that too. We do. Something happened. We need to switch back to a different timeline and adjust everything. But we'll still make the best of it as we're here. I know you have lots of entertainment news and everything. So coming up, we got Toy Story 5 this weekend. Threw those in at night too to catch up to make sure I'm ready for all the new Toy Story stuff. We last left Woody with Bo Peep and leaving the gang, but now he's back in the new movie. So I hope that's explained, you know? New characters and all that. Good cast. We'll have to see. Supergirl comes in after that. And then we should be getting Spider-Man. I know we had trailer leaks of Spider-Man. I watched it. It was true from what I saw. So we'll have to see. TV stuff. Nothing. We're into summer now, right? So there ain't nothing going on. I got my wrestling that we've been watching, and I've been chatting up with the guys have been chatting up. I have to watch it after, so I'm trying not to get in that conversation so I don't spoil, because the times have been all different for Raw and SmackDown. And then just craziness is, I don't know. I think the figures on the wall is, I think, definitely getting visited by something or someone here. We've had a lot of stuff go missing and gone. And then, you know, you got to ask for it back and it shows up. And that's it. Are you on a roller coaster or what is going on?
No, I'm just trying to put something behind the phone so I don't.
See, I saw you going like this. and you were up and down, and I thought you were on Screaming Over California for a second there. Or
Everything's kind of cool.
you could be on a fishing boat right now. Those get lots of hits right now. We could say that we're on a boat where they do all that. The motion of your camera is so awesome right now because it's going like this. It is. So it looks like that.
Echo really for a quick second.
No, we have no echo. You're all good.
Okay.
Ever since we checked it and switched it. Sonic just bringing all the best news right here. Ernie, have you heard the reports of the San Andreas Fault's been at an all-time high for rupture? Yes, I have. But aren't they always, though? You know, for reals? We've had little tremors every now and then. What? San Andreas?
With The Rock.
It is.
Oh.
But the San Andreas Faults are... Oh, yeah, you're not here. We lie on the San Andreas Fault. Yeah, so that's where all our earthquakes come from.
Yeah.
So that movie was like us here, you know? Sonic wants to know, have you ever been in an earthquake?
I mean, in Massachusetts, we don't really get them. Not trying to jinx it, but we have like aftershocks from other states. I think maybe a decade ago we got one from either Maine or Virginia, somewhere around there that had an earthquake.
Do you remember how big it was?
I don't remember. I don't really know much about them.
Because there's all different kinds.
Yeah.
So there's shakers, there's rollers, there's loud ones. Did they last long?
Dude, I completely forgot to mention, because I think this happened the weekends before the wrestling stream a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
There was a meteor that came into the Massachusetts northeastern area. Yeah, and it was like really loud, but I didn't feel it. I didn't hear it. Apparently everyone else in Massachusetts did, except for me. So I just want to point that out.
And what do you feel about that meteor? Do you think it was a meteor?
A meteor. It wasn't
or do you
like a
think
UFO
it was
because it broke the sound barrier, I think. Because it was like a loud boom. When it came into the atmosphere, it like exploded.
A UFO could break the sound barrier. Why can't a UFO break the sound barrier?
I think they're a little more quiet though, Ernie.
Not the ones I've been in. They jam. Like they do it on purpose. Yeah.
You jam like a lowrider?
Yeah. I try and teach them the ways of everything. Yes.
The ways
Have
of
you
the
been
force.
seeing all the cultural stuff I've been sending you? Isn't that amazing? Isn't that
really
awesome right now? So we joke about Marcus being our resident cholo here and embracing the culture of choloism, right? Obi-Wan Chingones. And this fool, like, I want to share everything with him. And so, in the past I've already showed him the Japanese stuff, but again, it seems like that's a talk of the town again right now. Whose fault? The San Andreas fault. It is. Is it Run's house? Is that what we were trying to do? Because I'm just musically inclined, so that's what I do. You don't have to super chat, but I do want to know if I got it right or not. Where was I? See, this just has me on the weather just has me on a thing. So damn it. We have a lot of people who are visiting Japan right now, and they are very surprised seeing the Chicano Cholo culture over there, from the lowriders to barbershops to taco shops. And that is going on right now also because of the World Cup, which is a great time to everybody just be in a melting pot all together. We do have Korea and Mexico partying it up like crazy. I saw the last one, dude, and the Koreans were yelling a very bad word in Spanish at the refs, and it was straight on with the accent and everything, and I loved it. So yes.
Did you hear a clip of like the Korean and like Korean fans and Mexican fans like celebrating, or was it?
Yeah, No, that was real. They were partying up, and then we face each other this Thursday, which is awesome. I think that game is going to be so big. Like, I hope I get to catch it.
Pop my back because I'm trying to reach for. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
Still here.
So yeah, we've had that going on, and yeah, there's just been a bunch of stuff with all of cultural mixing going around and everybody learning from each other, and I think that's awesome. It's a good time. There's lots of stuff happening out there right now. I saw somebody else who was visiting Mexico, and he happened to get his phone stolen, and then immediately they fought that person who stole his phone, and then went and handed his phone back to him. It was like, sorry. that was great. Yeah, there's just a lot going on and everything. But back to the earthquake stuff. I've been through them all, from shakers to rollers. The one that I'll forever never forget as I was younger, and that was the big landers one that we had here. That was very strong and went for a very long time. I literally, like a cartoon, saw the street rolling at me, like just literally coming at you. Oh yeah, it was the gnarliest thing ever. So yeah,
forever.
And ever. Yes, it was. It was pretty bad, that one. I would say that would have to be the worst one. And then after that, there's just been long ones and short ones, and very weird. All of the very last strong ones that we've had, I don't know what this means or why, but I have literally been in line at Space Mountain at the same place, and all of our last big ones have happened exactly right there. I may have been like in a 10-foot radius of all 3 times of when it has happened. Isn't that weird to say that? That is like some Matrix shit, right? But
so only when you're at Space Mountain.
I swear to God, all the last ones that we have had that have been big is Space Mountain is a very long line. You do outside, then you go inside forever. Then you finally get to the point of where you're almost at the ride, right? And when you do, you enter the large loading room. In that loading room is a huge spaceship hanging from the ceiling. Okay, it hangs there. Well, it hangs there right above you, and it's on springs. And you're on a second level that you then have to walk down to, to get to the coaster. That's why it hangs up there. And every time I've walked into that room, within the next 20 to 30 feet, an earthquake has happened. And that thing, let me tell you, just shakes like crazy because it's like on a spring. It's all mounted correctly. So it's doing its job. But I've seen it, and then I've held onto the bars. Well, the first time, I mean, I shit you not, I'm not lying. I thought they added like some new effects or something, because I'm just standing in line, and then it started shaking. I was like, oh, that's badass. When did they do that? Then you could feel it, like, and then the lights come on, alarms start ringing, and they're like, we're having an earthquake. Please stay in place, blah, blah, blah. And then you got to get escorted out, because then all the rides have to shut down. They have to get checked. But the second time when it happened, I couldn't believe it. Like I said, I was just right almost in the exact same spot, looked up, and again, it started shaking. I grabbed onto the rail. It was a little quick one, but it happened all over again. I was like, no way. And then the third time, yes, I was down a little bit further. Same thing. I just start seeing the thing start shaking, and that's how I know. And yeah, so that's pretty weird, because the last 3 that we've had, I have been in the exact same spot. I don't know what that means, but it has to mean something, right? We should definitely. I wish we could like get a psychic on here to tell me like what that means.
I don't know, man. I'm a little bit wary of psychics and like fortune tellers. They kind of scare me.
Oh, I had a message from a friend this week that he didn't even have to tell me. He goes to see one that's very highly noted. Like, it's real. Like, if you don't believe, you don't believe. That's cool. Yeah. Like, go ahead and believe what you want. But this dude is legit. And unfortunately, because we've all worked together for so long or whatever, every time that he goes to it, it seems there's always a message for somebody else. And even the non-believers believe, because it's kind of one of those, how in the fuck do you know that type things, you know? And so I haven't seen him for a little bit. I haven't anything. He told me a message just out of context, and he said, hey, I knew immediately. He looked at me and I'm looking at him and I said, what? And he said, I have a message. And I was like, okay. And then he told me and I was like, oh. All right. And he goes, do you get that? And I'm like, shut up, Mooch.
All right.
Moocher is also highly medicated. So that's why he just believes in fisheye lenses. He told me, he's like, okay. And I'm like, yes, I get it. And he goes, are you good? And I'm like, no. And he's like, okay, well, I was told to tell you that. Yeah, I know. Thanks. I will. I promise. I get it. And then we just nodded at each other. And we knew, and he was left and he was gone.
Ernie, you kind of make it sound like he's part of the mob instead of like a fortune teller.
Well, because like I'm saying, you know, you have to believe in that stuff. So it's not like he's trying to tell me to get me on board. Like I felt it. He came to visit somebody else. He was looking at them, talking with him. And then I'm, working away. And then he looks at me and I just felt it. And I was like, oh shit. I'm like, what? And then that's when it happened. And I'm like, okay. Like, that's what I'm saying. The conversation didn't even need to go that way. Like, I already just knew. And I was like, oh, man. So, yeah, I would love to have somebody who was really a real one on here and, like, talk to the chat and go on like that. I don't want to do it, but.
Okay, two things. One, we need to get more guests on the show. Second of all, the day you bring a fortune teller on here, I am also not going to be in. I am running away. I do not care.
No?
Not in this house.
You don't want that to happen?
Not in this house of the Lord. I am not doing that. You are not going to put that on me, Ernie.
All right. Well, I'll let you know when it happens, and then we'll see. It's already too late for you, Marcus. You've already been here, and it already reaches out. So, it's true. I know. But speaking of the chat, Mark Rose is here. What's up? How are you? Evil Diva's in the house. Hi. Right out there. Jay Shot. What's up, brother? How are you? Shelf Presence is here. Toy Rensu. What's up, nerds? He says, is this where the Mac Migos is happening? If not, I'm out. What's Mac Migos? What did I miss?
It's something from Chat Migos Assembled.
Yeah, what did I miss? I didn't get to watch any Shower Migos today.
They're going over Toddy Mac and some of the stuff that he's doing, one of them being
now I remember. Yeah, we talked about it, and we had said, because it was the last episode when it was just a couple of us over on They're Not Dolls as well. And we showed a video of him playing, and it seemed like we were doing an interview, the way that we were just listening and talking. So, yeah, that's right. Now I remember Mac Migos. Somebody wants a whole show of Mac Migos, and we're like, dude, it could definitely happen. Yeah, look at it. So that's where Jay Shot. Now I remember. Sorry, again, it's hot. I'm not all here. Mac Migos tonight? That'd be cool. I'd have to get some Daddy Mac shit ready for reals. Shelf needs to host that. Yeah, Shelf is a huge fan.
This one.
Shelf is a huge fan of Daddy Mac and loves all that he does, especially the $20 sports figures.
Dude, I am so mixed on those. Like
Rensu. It's on Tuesdays at 9. Of course it'd be Rensu, right? Why not?
Yeah, I'm so mad.
His first question for Todd would be, why? And Todd would say, why not? So what we have here is, we have some little icon heroes, and we're going to put magnets in their hands, and that's cool. I think I'll jokerize them by Comic-Con.
His assistant for his height comparison. That poor assistant. Oh
Brenda, come here. Show him how small you are. Come on in, Brenda. Hold this. It was the rudest, best thing ever that Daddy Mac has ever done. That we know of.
Ernie.
If you're listening, either replay crew, you're in the chat right now, or you don't even know what we're talking about. So Toddy did a Batmobile, like Bigfoot, monster truck type Batmobile, and he wanted to show how big it was. And so his secretary is very short, and he straight called her in and had her hold it in front of the camera and said, "You see how huge that is? Hold it, show him, look." Poor girl, she's just all.
It's
It's
kind of
like, why am I even here?
You know how like when your parents get you something like an outfit or a present for Christmas, and
Go
then
put it
they
on.
like take the camera out and they're like,
Yeah.
"Sweetie, stand still,
Yeah.
smile."
Yeah.
It's like that.
Or don't even put it on. Hold it up to you. Let me see what it looked like. Well, let me see what it looked like. Hold it up to you. Oh, mira que nice. I like that. Joe says he'll do it. Giant deer visited in the night. Ooh. Did it break stuff, or you just saw it? Did you touch it? Did you mind connect with it? You just can't leave me with that, Shelf. What does that mean? Snakes? Why did it have to be snakes? I get that one. That's indie. Chewy's here. What's up, Chewy? How are you? Hey, what's good? John to the Ross. Hey, y'all. Sonic is here. Hi, Ernie and Marcus. Next Monday, Raw is at 2 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, I'm at work, and then it's all over social media.
I need to watch some wrestling clips. If you're gonna do a wrestling stream next week.
So I am.
I don't know.
No,
I just need to be prepared.
No, nothing's going on. Not yet. Not right now. I mean, we got Liv doing nothing but showing off her booty cheeks because she
Ernie
dresses like the best. She is. That's what's going on with her. She's the women's champ. She don't do nothing but show off booty cheeks. And then last night I was very disappointed because I really thought they were going to give Dominic Mysterio, my favorite little Sucio with his stash and everything.
What does Sucio mean?
Dirty. You're dirty. So okay. When you use Mexican words in one, it can mean like 100 different things. So it has to be in the way that you say it. So I'm like, that's dirty Dom. So Sucio is what you say, is like, because meaning dirty Dom, but Sucio, dirty. How was that girl you took out last night? Ooh, Sucia. Dirty, right? Like that, like or you could say, woo, Sucia. Dirty. See what I'm saying? Same word, but like that. What the?
Did something fall? I heard it.
Did you hear it? Like something got thrown at me.
Okay. Oh, okay. What was thrown at you, Ernie?
I don't know, because it wasn't on camera, but it came this way, and it's like I don't even want to move to look.
Is it the Paul Shrine?
No, Paul Shrine's up here. Nothing fell from the Paul Shrine.
I'm kind of worried about it being that high up, though, because like.
No, I'm at a big desk, so I have compartments.
Okay.
So compartment here is Paul and Storm Shadow stuff. This is my camera.
Yeah,
and Lego Back to the Future and Mickey and Stitch. And then over here is some pops and statues. Then I have a whole bunch of compartments over here. It's a big desk. I operate on a big desk. And then above me is all the Marvel versus Capcom area. That's why. So they don't give it to him, but Obafemi won last night. Oba's a big old dude. He's like 7 foot, dude. And when he comes out, he has music and he does that's the Oba. That's dope. He's a menace. He's the one fighting Brock Lesnar right now, but he's also going for King of the Ring. I thought somehow Brock was going to come out and knock him out, and they would have gave it to Dom, and Dom and Liv would have been King and Queen of the Ring, just like to make them more. I thought that would have been dope, but that didn't happen. So we'll have to see.
Dom and Rhea Ripley are no longer a thing, right?
Oh, no, it's been Liv. It's been Liv for a while now.
And Dom is no longer with, what was that group with him and Rhea Ripley?
No, Rhea Ripley got kicked out. Liv came in. Judgment Day.
Oh.
Liv came in, not only took her man, but took her crew.
Wow.
Yes. Sucia.
This is
Yes.
no, this is like I understand what you mean by like telenovela.
Yeah,
like
that's what I'm saying. That's why I love it. And then you got the bloodline going on right now too. Straight up Jacob Fatu throwing up real blood gang signs last night. That was hilarious. This fool is still locked into his old life. That out of nowhere he threw up blood, like where you spell it with your hands. And I was like, this fool, he's so gangster right now. Mm-hmm. Yes, in the middle of WWE, just real fast. Like he adjusted his hat, did a sign. He did another one when he went like this, and then he straight said blood, and then was out. I was like, gangsta
I just
on the
realized,
TV.
like, imagine if you're in a gang, but like you're older, and then you have arthritis. So
And
like,
you can't
imagine
no more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like doing this, and you're just like cramping up. That would be
Yes,
bad.
that would be bad. Depends on what neighborhood you're in.
Now,
Mark, it will keep
now
you
I
safe.
just feel bad.
Yes, arthritis sucks. Yes,
Yeah.
it does. Yeah, we're just waiting for the big one over here. But we're always on alert. Marcus said a long time ago, but he doesn't remember it. Obi-Wan Chigones caught the new Master of the Universe movie, gave it 4 out of 4 orales, and loved it. My Stream Deck is out. That's also why we were late, because the whole computer had to reset, and Stream Deck didn't come back. What?
Wait, what's Stream Deck? Because I got confused with that in StreamYard.
Stream Deck is a device connected to the computer that has, it's like hotkeys for everything. It can take me to a page right away. It can also do camera 1, camera 2. I use it as a soundboard. Well, I used to, but now here's the thing. I really need to get with Moocher for like a whole weekend. And I'm talking Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And we need to go through StreamYard and YouTube together. Because like I said, I don't know on your end when you see it, but I shit you not that every time I open up StreamYard every week, there's a new update. And they've given you something else. That's amazing. That's cool. Because StreamYard is $50 a month that we have to pay in order just to do this. Right?
Oh, damn.
Yeah, that's why I always, appreciate all the super chats and everything like that, because that goes back to it. Now, you need a mic and a setup, so we're doing that. Moocher does the same shit over there at Sarlacc, but we need to get together and like see all the new updates. Is there something we can do? Is there, like that? Because what was today's one that it said? I can't remember, but I was like, ooh, I could use that, but I have to hurry and start the show. The computer was resetting the whole time. I never have time to do that because now I need to know if there's a way that I can separate. So there's a media button, you guys, on the side. And when you see me stall and go up and down, or you hear the music stop, which I hate all the time. So look at the music is all the way at the bottom when you hear this. Why isn't it playing? We're on screen, so the music won't play.
Wait, let me see.
That's weird.
Okay, let me see if I can try on my end. Like music or any sound? Can I try any sound?
No, all the way at the background is background music. All the way at the bottom. Do you see that?
Yes.
That's what I play at the show. So like hit orange beams. Oh, that's weird. Mine was... Okay, so see, there's this, right? Pause it. And when I'm trying to start the show for you guys, why you hear it stop is because I have to scroll all the way to the top for the videos and do something like this. You get it. So the music is playing out the way at the bottom. That's where I'm saying, like, there's got to be a way I could put these somewhere else, right? Well, then they also put a soundboard in. But I don't have my auto there. What do we have? See? I don't know what happened to Stream Deck, but like I have. Did you hear that?
Mm-hmm. I like that one.
Yeah. This is my favorite one here, though.
You only play when I'm here.
That's the Mortal Kombat one. No, you racist. No. This is my favorite because to me, that's the Mortal Kombat.
Okay.
That's when you start Mortal Kombat.
Wait, I just want to see really quick.
See, Dario put that in there for me, and then I have this one right there. Oh, you know what we're going to do with that comment, Marcus? We're going to... That was a boo right there. So, yeah, there's a soundboard in here now. My stream deck, ain't coming back. So I apologize, Chingones, but I am glad that you enjoyed Masters of the Universe as much as I did. Let's see, J-Shot. Whose fault? The San Andreas fault. Oh, I still haven't got that yet. He said $10 super chat if you get that reference. And because of my music, I see whose house? Run's house. Run DMC. Whose fault? The San Andreas fault. Whose? So J-Shot's a movie connoisseur, also TV and all that. Is it Mickey Mouse Clubhouse? I'm going to try that. I'm going to go with that one. At my first job, an earthquake hit, and some guys from France were visiting, and we all ran out, and the French guys were like having a complete panic attack. It was their earthquake experience. Oh, yeah. I've had family here during the big one, and they left. They were visiting. They straight packed up and left. They were out. And it's a big, I don't know how to say it, shocker, panic to people who haven't experienced an earthquake or known about it. So like we're told about it in school, you know, like, oh, go hide under a table, and you have drills and everything like that. Now, nothing can get you ready for a real earthquake, like I said, because they're all different. It depends on what structure you're in, where you're at, how do you feel it. And that's where I'm saying where it's like a jolt, or it's loud, or it could be a rolling motion, or I hate the long ones because like as everybody freaks out, I know it's kind of my job to make sure that we're all okay. You know what I mean? And whether it be from your wife or your kids or whoever it is, right? If you're around coworkers at the time, kind of that, don't worry, guys, it's okay. Stay right there, stay under the table, stay in the doorway. But I hate when you said it's okay like 4 times and it's still moving, and you're like, we're going to be okay, because you start losing that yourself, you know?
It reminds me of like that meme of Michael Scott from The Office, where he's just like screaming, "Let everyone be calm, everyone be calm," and he just starts getting worse.
Yeah.
Really quick,
exactly.
I want to point out this chat.
Mike for Marcus one. Nice.
Thank you, Chef. I love
See,
you, man.
look, now I got to hurry and I got to go. We got to get the. Thank you very much, Shelf. We greatly appreciate that. Okay, so J-Shot says no, it's a cartoon from the 90s. Okay, so I'm still wrong. Stormfire is here. What's up, man? How are you? Green salutations.
Could it be Animaniacs or no?
That was long. Animaniacs. Whose fault? The San Andreas fault. Oh, when you mean on one of their teaching songs? When they said they'd go through the states. They also went through. There was a lot of teaching stuff in the Animaniacs that were turned into very memorable songs.
Yeah,
I love the Animaniacs.
One, but again, that all came before I was born, so I don't really know much.
Earthquakes sound very inconvenient. Yeah, because we don't have a warning system for earthquakes yet either, Shelf. It seems like you hear talks of maybe they do, but then unfortunately, instead of mass hysteria, it's like they don't do it or say it. I remember one time, this was a couple years ago as well too, and we had just got iPads at work, and they had put the new earthquake app on there. Well, unfortunately, that thing was going off all the time because there's earthquakes all the time, but some you just don't feel. They're that small, right? It seems like you need a 5 and higher in order to feel it now. Or even if we get a little jolt, you're still staying in bed. You know, that type of thing. Moocher talking all his crap. I believe in fisheye lenses. I'll do it. I'll fight the ghost. See, you will. Hello, boys. Good to see you. What's up, Fabio? How are you? Thank you for being here. Hey, at least he's the opposite of Liefeld, who is charging $80 for young blood figures. Shaking my head. Yeah.
Some controversies with Liefeld, just like how he talks to fans and stuff. So it's kind of a bummer.
You know what's crazy is in our world of collecting and everything we do, I am not knocking nobody whatsoever. I'm not saying this in that way. I'm just talking here on a platform. Is what I'm saying is we always have something wrong, right? So there is somebody who has wanted those young blood figures forever and don't find a problem with it because, like, forever, I hated paying $110 for a Star Wars SHF, right? I still do. Where I'm like, oh, I'll just get Black Series. But then, yes, as you grow and you're collecting and you realize what you do have to pay out there, right? I mean, there's like, what's another good example? People were complaining about the beginning of Hasbro doing, what is it even called? Maximum Series, right? And that Spider-Man was 50. Mm-hmm. And then everybody like loves when, who is it? Mafex or SHF does a Spider-Man, right? And oh, here's what I'm talking about. This is it. And those are easily, let's just say $110, right? At the lowest, probably, by the time you get in shipping and everything. And sometimes, depending on which one you ordered or what you have, it could be lacking something where your maximum $50 that you complained about actually has better articulation than that. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't happen that way, but there's always something to somebody. So sometimes when I see all these complaints and everything, I do read them and I go with it. But then I always just try and think on the other end of, this is what somebody's been fiending for a long time. Who knows? We'll see. And if they don't sell and they don't go like that, or you have to go back to the drawing board, then hopefully this is where it comes in. The companies listen and try and make a change. Right? So we'll see. I do think, though, that is also expensive. Marcus is not having any part of your live exorcism. No, he wouldn't. He would not save me whatsoever, Chingones. I know.
I will just be panicking and screaming like a Muppet. You know how like they just like wiggle
with
their
his
arms
blanket
around? That's gonna be me.
Going back and forth across the screen. What's that movie behind the Ross bags? That's the one that Zap always sees. And he asks about a lot. I've given him video and I've shown him. It is my lanyards from shows. Now here's the thing. I do always have a fan on, but that's blowing right here at me because it is hot in this room. The example that Zap always gives in though is, okay, I know you have your fan on, but it moves sporadically. Like if we've been watching right now as I'm talking, it hasn't moved. But yet earlier, Toy Rensu saw it and it was moving back and forth. So do I. See, on my end, the camera that Cheney got me likes to autofocus a lot. So you guys don't see it. But when I'm on the screen here, and sometimes you guys see me looking, because on my screen, it keeps focusing to the background, like there's something there. And that's where I'm always like, Now, what got thrown over here at me in the corner and hit, I don't know. I was making somebody mad or something, but I told you something was here. The Ross bags all right here are from previous shows of figures, hauls that I got. We've been very busy and this room gets very hot. And so I'll be completely honest with you. I've not wanted to get in here to clean because of the heat. Cleaning in this room is like a 12 a.m. to 4 a.m. type of job where you can be comfortable and do it. Right. So that's why. But yeah, so every once in a while you'll see the lanyard move and like that. But that's just always a given. Sonic heard it too. Something thrown at me and it fell. Yeah. Did Ernie use the force without him knowing? Probably. I wish. God, that was it. Ernie, shout out loud. Is that all you got? No, you fool. I told you all the time. Look, that will scare the ghosts away. See, he does know shit because he knows you're not supposed to do that and whatever. And then he does want me to. Is that all you got? Is all the figures just fly at me. Mark is like, thank you guys for being here. Thanks. All right. And shuts it off. That's it. Okay. So the giant deer, we're going back to shelf now. He said he was visited last night by a giant deer. I was referring to a current movie and your stuff on the floor. Giant deer is smart enough not to come here. Venison is tasty. A current movie and your stuff on the floor. I didn't know. I don't know.
Is that Disclosure Day?
Is it? I haven't seen that yet.
I think there's a deer.
I was told do not go see Disclosure Day. Wait until it comes at home. And I was like, really? Aliens, Spielberg, and you don't want me to go see it? And they were like, yeah, don't. And I was like, oh. And this person said He-Man was way more fun. Go see He-Man again. Yeah, I was like, wow, for reals? Yeah. But that kind of sucks, though, to say the new Spielberg Alien movie, right? Like, come on. Yes, we are getting set up for Marcus to send him some equipment. Yeah, you just need an intro. We will get it done. Yes. Stop, drop, and cover. That's the wrong one, bro. Those stop, drop, and rolls for a fire. What did they tell us for earthquake? Stop.
Stop. Drop,
shake. No.
Shot.
No. If you stop and drop, you're screwed. You got to get under a table, in a doorway, or just chill out in the bathtub. That's what it is. Speaking of iPad, does Ernie still take pictures with his iPad? Taking them all day today, bro. I'll have to have Saul take a picture because yes, even though here, my, that could actually happen sooner than later.
Oh shit!
Saul is now literally down the street from me.
Oh, like
he got himself a house. Oh, congratulations,
nice.
Saul. Yeah,
I don't know if he's listening.
So that could actually happen. Oh, he does.
Okay.
Yeah. So I still have to use the iPad for work. Mine is cracked. They won't replace it. So we're rolling gangster.
Wait, what's cracked?
My iPad.
Oh, is it because you just take it out to take photos and stuff?
I dropped it out of the truck and it hit a rock and it cracked on the side.
Okay, well, I'm worried that your job might be listening to this too.
No, I already turned it in to them. There's nothing we can do. It's in an OtterBox case.
Okay.
So I don't know. They're seeing about getting for a new screen because it's supposed to be protected. It's just so happens when it fell, it landed on that corner. Bro, we're in water every day. We have to have all this protection stuff. Protection all the time. Yeah. Oh shit.
That's your brother, right?
Yes, it is. DJ Mike in the house right now. Brand new mix. You find it in my stories. Yeah. What's up? How are you, sir? In the Arizona area, Glendale. Follow DJ MYK1200 on social media. Go hit him up. One of the spots that he is DJing at. I just got major echo right now. What did you unplug? No? Dang it. We were rolling so good. It's fine, though. It's low. No, it's fine. It's low. What's up, bro? How are you? I hope you're doing good. And yes, I know I'm talking about the heat, and it compares to nothing with what you and JoJo are going through. Also, another shout out to JoJo as well. He just moved into his new place over the weekend, and it was hot. I wish I could have gone and helped, son. Unfortunately, I could not. But congratulations. Disclosure Day is what I'm talking about. Good job, Marcus. Not even saying it. Yeah, cover your eyes and back and neck. Under your desk. Yes. Yeah, you like that. Stop the love you save.
I'm sorry.
May be your own.
Wait,
and yeah, Mike says it's melting out here, bro. I can only imagine because we've already been hit so hard. Hated the earthquake drills because I would get wedged under the desk. They're small school desks, Marcus, and then you got to get up like a monster. The desk is stuck on your back. You look like Godzilla coming out of the ocean. Yes.
Like
Yeah, because we would have drills.
the drills that we had, it would be in case of like there's a shooting nearby.
Ugh,
So I'm just remembering like it
that's such a
was
sad thing. Like you guys would be on lockdown.
yeah.
Oh, fuck
I
that, dude.
remember when
No.
I was in high school, there was like it's weird because there would be some shootings, but I would always miss them. Like out of the schools that I would go to, like there would always be a shooting nearby, and I would be completely oblivious until I find out on Facebook like an hour later.
Damn, bro. That's sad. I mean, I've grown up through so many different things, right? But yes, that thank God was not one that we went through in high school. I mean, we had the riots when I was at high school. That was probably the worst thing that happened, lockdown, fights, and everything. That was a weird time on earth that all this was going on. But I mean that is probably I could say one of the craziest, that is it. Other than that, it was, we had to go through earthquake drills, fire drills. That was it. We had pep rallies, and then we had like these stupidest what were they called? I don't know, but you would all have to go. So like it'd be all freshmen at one time, junior and like that. And they would show you something like not to do drugs. Right? And they'd show it on a big screen. But the kind of production back then was like a what's the best way to do it? Not Photoshop. What is it called when you like have to give a presentation and you use that thing for slides and for the pictures to go in and out? What's that program called?
I'm
Gosh
already
dang it.
forgetting, dude.
Yeah, me too. Like a PowerPoint. That's
Yeah.
it. A PowerPoint. And that's what they would show you. And so it showed one kid sitting like this, smiling. And in the background, you hear laughing and like that. And then that fades. And then the kid is like this. Don't do drugs. And then it's like, yeah. So they weren't even movies or anything. Like it was just this big old PowerPoint. And the whole time nobody's listening. You lose interest and like that. Like that's what we had to go through, at one time. Yeah, it was crazy. The portables popping all out. Yeah. We grew so quick out here. We didn't have new schools built or anything. They brought in extra portables. And this was the thing one time when I was doing a show, I found out that some people didn't know about when we would say, because me and Cheney are from the same area. Other people were also from the IE that we had on other shows. But when we were doing shows with other people, they're like, what do you mean? What are you talking about when you say portables? Can you guys explain? And it was a portable, like a manufactured room that they would bring with a ramp and everything, and that'd be your classroom. Have an AC hooked up to it, and they put like 10 next to each other. You've now expanded your school into a different area, right? So where's your next class? Oh, the portables. And that's where you would know, like, oh, okay. But then like that ramp was just like a sheet of metal. So yeah, if you were anything just even a little overweight, you could not hide coming into the classroom because that thing would pop so fucking loud of walking up the ramp. Like just all of a sudden it's like, oh, Ernie's in class. Here he is. I was wondering when he was going to get here. For real. Yeah.
Like when you're trying to open like a snack late at night and just like, especially like those cookie containers, the plastic ones, or like the cake one
can't
is like
get it off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to be able to, those suck because you have to peel them apart. There is no not getting the noise out of it. But like a cake one that locks into the bottom one, like either for Mexican bread or cake or different things. There is a point that if you press it in, it just pops itself out. And I was always like, yeah.
And
then it was just trying to put it out. Oh, there is. There's like a pressure point on those things. Moocher says we have shootings here, but we just call that Friday night. Yeah, because we're ghetto out here. There's always a shooting like lately. Overhead projector. Yeah, we had all those in the room too. So it made it look big. Or dude, we're ghetto out here though, Shelf. The teacher would have to call for the projector or a VCR and TV, or they wanted to share something, they would have to do that. They would have to can I get the projector in portable 2A, you know? Like that. Let's see. For real? Yeah, bro. They didn't know what they were. Portable freestanding classrooms with or with AC, LOL. They were hot boxes. That's true. They were great comparison. That's exactly how it sounded. Yeah. In Florida, portables were torture rooms. Yeah, I bet, because the weather there too. Well, out here in the desert, it was, but thankfully we always had AC. I don't remember a portable here without AC or being hot, because of course, teachers didn't want it either. So if something was broke, you just moved to another portable. We actually always had so many extra portables available, like someday to turn into other classrooms. That's what we had rolling out here. But yeah, crazy times growing up and the things that you saw and what we did and like that. But there, we are now done with the chat, introducing everybody. What news do you have, Marcus, that you wanted to hit up right away?
Okay. So we were talking about Toy Story 5 earlier, that is going to come out on the 19th. But speaking of Disney or Pixar, a new trailer came out for the movie Hexed. Did you get a chance to watch it?
Of which one?
It's a movie called Hexed. 1 second. The trailer came out today. Let me see if I got.
I didn't see any trailers today.
Okay, I probably should have asked beforehand. I didn't get a chance to take screenshots, but yeah, it's this movie. It's coming out in November 25th. It looks really fun. Haley Steinfeld is in it, and Rashida Jones as well. I believe she's playing the mom, and Haley Steinfeld is playing the main character. It seems like a pretty straightforward coming of age story, where it's like a little girl, she's trying to, well, not a little girl, she's a teenager, she's trying to find, she is able, okay, how do I describe this? She has magical powers, and she's trying to figure out life with it, and also she enters a magical world very similar to, I just realized I'm not screen sharing this. Jeez.
Yeah, I know you're there you go. Okay. Hexed. Oh, it's a animation film.
Yeah.
Okay, this makes way more sense then. There we go.
Sorry.
Yes, go on.
Put me on the spot, man. Yeah, it looks pretty good. I mean, it does seem a little bit, I don't want to say this in a mean way, because I do appreciate the fact that it's an original film. It's something that's not like a live action adaptation or just like a follow-up to a pre-established franchise. But it does seem a little bit generic in a way. But it still seems very charming. It still seems very fun. So I would like to check it out.
And when is this? November, you said?
Yes. I was actually kind of surprised. November 25th. I was kind of thinking this would be a great like Halloween film. So I was a little bit surprised that's coming out in November instead.
That it's later. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, I just sent you a link if you wanted to hop on. I know people have requested for us to do a show again, having you back and talk about things. So if you wanted to, I don't know what you're doing. God damn it, my neck hurts. I just sent you a link. Go ahead.
Who did you send a link to?
My brother.
Okay, because I thought I was in trouble. I got
No,
worried, man.
no.
So other than that, another trailer that came out today was Shrek 5. I watched it shortly before.
Was that real?
Yeah.
Was that real?
It's an official teaser.
The clips that I saw from it, I thought somebody was making fun of Shrek. I have not fully watched it, but there was cut like pictures and people were saying stuff. I had no idea that was real. What's up, Will?
Yeah, no, it's real. It's just the animation style looks so different.
Oh, for reals?
Yeah, I mean, it's very textured, I guess. I think that's like the only way I could describe it. I mean, it's Shrek.
You're right. There is something about it that looks weird.
Yeah, it's just like the animation style is just different. But
I
don't know. I feel like the animation style from the previous Puss in Boots movie was called like The Last Wish or something like that. I think that art style might be better, or at least that's something that I probably would prefer. I don't know. Like they had a caked up joke in there for the little gingerbread man.
The Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they put gumdrops on his ass. And he said, "I'm all caked up."
No.
So basically, it was me back in high school. So,
are you serious?
I say that while showing this angry Shrek face. I'm sorry.
No way.
Oh. And there was like this one scene of like a snowman as Shrek and Fiona were traveling. I don't know where they were going, but there was like a snowman in an alleyway, and he said something like, "Have you ever been with a snowman?" And he said it like in a really like greasy, nasty voice. I don't know, man. I haven't watched Shrek in a long time.
See, and I think that's one of the ones that I had saw too. And when somebody had said something like, "Wow, they're is Shrek like what did they say? Like getting an R rating or no, maybe it was like PG-13 or something to that effect." Is what I saw pictures of.
But no, it's always been, pushing the envelope, but very gently, I suppose.
No, I mean, there's the comedic style of Mike Myers is always those innuendos of verbiage. Okay. I did see a brand new Verizon commercial this morning with Dr. Evil and the whole cast again. That was hilarious, and he nailed it, and they did it again. You would think that with Dr. Evil, Austin Powers being such a long time ago, and like that, you are playing to one audience, because I know youngsters of nowadays know nothing of Austin Powers, right? And probably might not want to know what to take of it. But I saw that commercial, and I even... Okay, here's a perfect example. It was sent to me early this morning, I guess, when it first dropped. I laughed hysterically. I thought it was the greatest thing ever. I'm cracking up, and I look over, and Saul was just like, what? Like, because it's not to him. And I'm like, dude, it's Dr. Evil. Like, did you hear what he said? Like, yeah. So I don't know. I did see the snowman one, and that's where I thought it was fake, and they were like trying to say something, but like how you described it is the meme that I saw too. So I don't know. We'll have to see. I mean, it's still DreamWorks, right? Is still doing it.
Yeah.
But there could be a change,
I don't know. I'm like, out of these two like animated films, I don't know. I'm just a little bit indifferent to it because I haven't watched Shrek in such a long time. And
it really plays to us. Okay, takes Toy Story, for example, right? Mm-hmm. Toy Story was such a long time ago, and we are now coming up on 5. Do we need a Shrek 5 and a Toy Story 5? Because I'll tell you what, when I watched Toy Story 3 and that ending where he hands over his toys to what's her name, the little girl. It was so
Bonnie?
sad. Yeah, thank you, Bonnie. That was so sad, but yet so perfect, right? And they played together. All the toys got to play with Andy one last time. She's now taking over and like that. The shorts that they did, like I can understand because then Toy Story 4 comes out and it was a whole like it worked. It was okay, but it was still a little to where 3, I think, would have been perfect with that ending. And now we have 5. So watching 4, like I said, Woody stayed with Bo Peep. Our characters are broken apart now and like that. So how actually can 5 take place, right? I know it's with the electronics era and like that, which is going to be cool because it's showing her earlier, like that could play. But again, like, I don't know. I may have been better with a reset of Toy Story of the electronic wise and like that. Like we had our Andy story in those toys. So what if we saw toys from a different room taking on the whole aspect of electronics? We could have got introduced to them, and this could have played out to a younger audience that way. Toy Story has been such a long time, and like that, like I said, this is playing to adults. It was like going to watch He-Man. All those kids, everybody was taken there. Chamba took his nephews and nieces, I think. Anyways, it was family, right? Somebody else took their little brother and sister just for them to understand because there was a big age gap with them. People try and take their own kids. And like I said, when I was in the movie theater watching He-Man, there was all these kids running around. I had to block them out in order to enjoy my movie and laugh and see it, but they didn't give 2 shits about the movie, right? So that's what I'm saying. Like, I get a franchise and doing the movies for so long. The same thing happened with our Star Wars. But Star Wars is actually, you have fans of all the different eras now, from the original trilogies to the prequel to some people even call themselves part of the Clone Wars era, which are the cartoons of Clone Wars and Rebel. That's what they grew up with. So they totally love Ahsoka. And now people are being introduced to the Disney era. And this is where I say they tried to mix them all together with 7, 8, 9. There's a lot of qualms about that, but yet still people don't like those. But yet we have to remember that's still somebody's Star Wars, right? And I took Mando and Grogu as a great beginning for take your kids or family members to go see it, because that movie was a great way for them to love their Star Wars. This was a great intro to Star Wars. Oh my God, what is this about, right? See, now Toy Story and Shrek and all that, you've had to follow this for years. That keeps jumping, and we are kind of catering to the beginning of hopefully you go watch it or you've shared with your kids. And where I see that as a problem is just what they're doing as far with all of our old animation now turning into live action, because they feel that the difference of the kids now, when they started that, don't even attach to the cartoon version, and they need to see it in live action, and that's what they like better. I don't like any of the live action remakes. I do like the side stories. Like I've always said, Cruella, Maleficent, them, like there's Cruella's great. I like to rewatch that,
Is there like a live action spin-off or something like that you would like to see them tackle on next?
I would like to see another updated Cruella. They did 2 Maleficents.
Mhm.
There was a part 1 and a part 2. We got
Yep.
1 Cruella. I would now like to see it after of that. And that is not a remake,
Yeah, but would you like to see that sort of treatment for other Disney characters, like other side characters, other villains?
Oh, yeah. I like what they're doing with the villain stories. I would. And it has to work that way. Don't give us a whole cartoon just redone in live action.
Right.
Like, I've seen that. I know what it's about. And okay. Right? Like, that's fine. So I don't know how these are going to do, and this is what sucks right now is we keep getting these bad reviews and bad numbers. We were just talking about this before too. I just feel like you can't do that anymore. That doesn't suffice to me anymore because of the times that we're in. And how do you do that? You know, everybody's attention span now is so low, or they don't even want to go to the movies. So you're pulling those numbers off of us. They're waiting for it to show up streaming at home, right? And when they get a chance to watch it, they will watch it. So that's what I'm saying as, okay, we're going to have Toy Story 5. I know I'm going because that's what I grew up with. I hope to go with my kids and take my kids because I introduced them to Toy Story as well. So I hope they like it. And I couldn't even tell you honestly, like, hey, Jojo, did you watch Toy Story 4? You know, and he might say, no, I never got around to it. See, and here I am like wanting to take them to go see Toy Story 5, right? So like this Shrek, like you're saying that, I am not hurrying to try and go watch the trailer of Shrek. Like, okay, we're doing another Shrek, you know? I don't know. That's just my personal thought of the way that everything goes now, you know, and the way that it's being done. So we'll have to see. Let's catch up real quick right here. When we were talking about the portables, Shelf said the ones in Florida were horrible because my freshman year, you had 2 of them had the broken AC. They couldn't keep up with the humidity and they were loud as fuck with 40 kids stuffed in it. We called it the trailer park. I can only imagine that sucks. Yeah. Yeah. That's how we roll, dog. Classroom was full of people, bro.
No, I mean, like,
that is not even a shock to me whatsoever.
I'm used to, like, 30 at most. Like, in the
oh no, dude, we had all of my classes were packed. I think that's why we grew up with so many friends too. Is you were in packed classrooms, and then one of my schools, like I've said before, was on the track system. So we had A, B, and C track. So there was always somebody in school. There was always something going on. You had 3 different timelines going on of school. So sometimes you had B track friends, sometimes you had A track friends, but C track was the best track. So that's why we could be friends with everybody. No, if I was throwing no gang signs with them. So Will Flo said, what's up? We already said what's up to Will. Rick Jones is also here. What's up, Rick? Thanks for being here. Shelf saying what's up. Michael said next year Austin Powers will be 30 years old. Damn, that is, see, I didn't even know that. I just knew, damn. So look, yeah, see, that's why I was laughing and loving that commercial this morning so much. And yeah, Saul was just sitting there like, what's your problem, nerd? Like, for reals. The one movie they should have done in live action is Atlantis.
I gotta check that movie out.
That is.
I think I watched it when I was a kid, but I need to watch it again.
Shelf makes a great point because there are some Disney greats that were not taken very well as we grew up. And I have to admit that Atlantis is one of those. There's sometimes not a lot, you know, you could have your Mermaid and Lion King and like that. And then you say Atlantis. And of course, somebody's going to be like, I didn't watch Atlantis once. And, you know, I watched Mermaid 20 times.
Count in that category?
See, that's another one. Yes, absolutely. It does. Yeah. Yeah. And you know, me and Britton have actually had these talks before one time when we were at a show of, you know, Britton from the Shirt Farm, because of how does he pick his shirts and what does he want to next? He's gotten a lot more involved now with taking votes and doing like that because he may love Treasure Planet and a particular group does as well too, and they want it and he wants to make it for them, but then he's still sitting on shirts because it wasn't as mainstream as saying as doing the Little Mermaid shirt that totally sold out, right? And you're sitting on Treasure Planet, Atlantis, stuff like that. So yes, unfortunately there was a lot of great Disney classics that were not taken as a classic then, but are now. So Yeah, so that's a good point, Shelf. I think definitely it wasn't as popular as the cartoon back then. The numbers in that showed that. Maybe yes, then think of that of doing it as a live action, and then they don't have to do the weird CGI animals. Well, many, yeah. What's up? Bradley's here, Harbor Figs. Make sure you're following for some great figure photography. Going opening night. I live and breathe Toy Story. Yeah, we've talked about this, Bradley. I never got to catch up with you though, Brad. You were totally excited about the new Woody coming out. Did that live up to your expectations, or do you feel that you could still get a better Woody for the collection? I think this last one, I think actually they've come out with a lot of them, right, Brad? Of the Toy Story crew in this kind of, this should be your figure of Woody, Buzz, Jesse, Bullseye, and I think it was Zurg. Am I right? Or do you still feel that you are lacking a good Toy Story figure? Dumont, what's up? How are you? What's up, Federation? You say what's up? Let's see. Bro, I watched it like 10 times today. It was great. Watching Austin Powers. Yeah. It's evil. So evil. Let's see. John Ross said, we had school track too in Florida and middle. Ours were by color. Blue tracks definitely created clicks. Yeah. Increased fights in school. Yes. God, we lived the best times, did we not? John to the Ross. It's so true. Just because, I mean, those were our gangs growing up. It was our tracks that you were on. Or are you on C track and like that? Were you blue track? Were you anything? Yeah, we were C track, and that was like I said, C track to me seemed the best because you could have friends on A track and B track. But then again, don't make those your close friends because you're C track. So trying to get A track in there, throwing up the A like that is no. Watch out who you're sitting to next to at lunch, who you're caught talking to, because your C track friends will call you out. What? Why were you talking to Alicia over there from A track? Oh, I was just saying hi. Really? You know she's A track, right? Bradley says the Mattel one, I like it. It sits on my desk at work, but the company that made the signature collection, Thinkway, went out of business after the 4th film. So do you feel like you do not have a definitive Toy Story figure? Or are you okay with what's out there, Bradley? Yeah, because we've talked about this before. And see, look, there's Michael right there. Fuck A-Track, dude. No, F them. Yeah, that's just the way it went down in school. You had to represent your track and your true friends. Yeah, Bradley, so do you feel like you're lacking in that area? Because I see some come out and even not at that. Then I just kicked myself in the ass for not getting the Ernie figure, which is the Al's Toy Barn one. I didn't have the Fun Zen. What was it? Like it was like 180 because it was the chicken and the other one. And now he goes for like 280. That figure goes for like the last time that I looked. I was just wondering, Bradley, I know that you were a fan like that, and the type of photography that you do, are you able to pull good things off with your figures now, or would you totally love to have better Toy Story figures? Now's the time as the merch for 5 and all that is hitting stores and coming out, Sonic says, in my days, A-Track was the smart kids, B-Track were dumb kids, and C-Track were like the special needs or special kids. That's what everyone would say. Yeah. And we would switch that depending on what track that you were on. But yes, they were all able, everybody was labeled different. John says, you were fucked if your track maxed out of enrollment and you were forced to pick another track. Yes. Happened to me in 7th grade. Then went back to blue in 8th grade. Then it carried into high school. Yeah, because sometimes then you would have your cousins or somebody move here as well too, and you're totally thinking that, they know all your friends from C-Track every time they came and visited, right? And then they move here and there on A-Track. You have now disowned a cousin. That cousin is not your cousin no more, bro. You got to stick with your homies in the track because you're not going to see each other. How are you and your cousin supposed to kick it if you have different times off? See, and our C track was the best because we actually had the good holidays off. Like we were already off during all of them. Like you didn't have to miss just a couple days of school for Christmas. We were already off. So you had that. Yeah, the way that the tracks, it's not a normal school system, Marcus, at all. It was months. So we would go these months, then be off this time. Then you come back and go this month. Yeah, so that they could rotate and have everybody going to school at one time, but it was track system, right? There would always be another track at home, and at least other than 2 tracks there. So that's what it is. Bradley says, I think what's out there is pretty good, but I love a collector-focused line for Mattel Creations. The Beast Kingdom ones are also a great option since they made Al, Andy, and Sid. Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about, the Beast Kingdom one. Yes, but they're super expensive now. I wish they would re-release those. That would be cool. For reals. But yeah, I know you're a fan, and see, that's what I'm saying is, you know, would you love something else of a property that you love so much? You know, it's something like we kind of ask all the time on T&D Extra, you know, where we get to sit and talk with you guys and ask the extra questions. That's definitely one like that. So I do know that's your jam. I hope you enjoy it. Like I said, I'm going to try and go with the kids, so I'm not going Thursday or Friday. Hopefully, I'm going to message them and we can all go on Saturday or something. That would be fantastic and go see it, or maybe Sunday morning. I don't know. We'll see. But definitely want to see it with the kids and like that. But yeah. And then, okay, Bradley, a fan. Are you cool with 5 because you've been a fan the whole time? Or did you dig what I was saying as far as I think it could have ended at 3 and that would have been cool and maybe a do-over? Or no, you love your Toy Story crew? Or anybody else in the chat? Dubot saying happy Tuesday. What's up? Were tracks a government social experiment? Like, wow, the government just made me forget it right now. Yo, this has been going around and the GATE program. The GATE program was definitely government now. And we're all finding that out. That kind of sucks because they got us for sure as kids. Do you know what the GATE program is? Yeah, we are now finding out we were definitely part of a government social experiment. You were told that you were gifted if you could do things quickly and everything. You were taken out of class, and this is funny. This is how I love the Mandela effect so much is because social media has made that happen as far as you now have everybody. Okay, before we get into this, let's see Brad's. Seeing new Toy Story movies are like seeing old family again. That's awesome. As long as the quality is still there, keep them coming. Cool. I love it, Bradley. And I hope you have a great time. We do talk about the popcorn buckets. Is there a Toy Story popcorn bucket? Because I haven't seen nothing. And I'll tell you what, Michael said that Austin Powers is turning 30 years old. He watched that all day today. Well, Fast and the Furious is turning 25 and it's re-showing. And I saw the buckets. Did you see the charger? I need to know if that's going to go next to one of our Marvel Legends. Because I think that might be a lot easier to get than the last Dom charger that they had that people were using for Ghost Rider for Robbie Reyes. So Fast and the Furious is getting a charger. They're getting a license plate popcorn bucket. And oh my God, this is cool. They're getting a Nas tank cup. I want that. And I think my brother would probably get one of those too. That's pretty dope. Yeah. He's saying that AMC has a popcorn bucket of Buzz in his spaceship packaging. That would probably be my first popcorn bucket. That's nice. That's cool. Yeah, I haven't seen any of the Toy Story buckets. So that's going to be awesome. What's up, Augie? Augie wants to see Conan O'Brien. Augie, I texted you back. I hope you got it. Sorry. Yeah, I heard Conan O'Brien is one of the ones there. Yeah, dude, they're pretty dope, man. You get a charger, or there's that, but the Nas, look it up right now. The Nas cup is I gotta have one of those for when I'm watching Fast and Furious. You're gonna have to go get one now too, Marcus, because now you're family. You can put your Corona in it. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so let's put on our tinfoil again.
Oh, wait, I just want to check in with some folks that we might have missed. D-Town Joey from North Texas.
Evening from North Texas. Happy Tuesday. Downtown Joey. What's up?
And Sonic Rocker Next. A-Track always had summer vacation, and B-Track had to summer and go to school during summer. Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. Yeah. You were I'm telling you, C-Track had the best time off. For reals. Has Marcus finished Fast and the Furious? Marcus?
I finished the first two, and I started watching the 2009 one, so number 4, because I'm trying to go in the chronological order instead of the release order.
Yes, that's what I was telling you. I
Yeah.
think for you, the way that you watch movies and your time allowed to watch movies would work better than you going, why are we revisiting this? Which is unfortunate because I love Tokyo Drift and now you have to wait, but still.
So I only watched like maybe the first 5 to 10 minutes so far because
Of what? 4?
Number 4,
Yeah.
because I was watching Furiosa Fury Road because there is some news that came out recently. But I was a little bit confused because Han is in it. Han was in that opening scene. And he
Of
first
4?
appears in Tokyo Drift, right?
Yeah, see, that's where that's why you're watching it like that, because of timelines. So you got to not think of what you know in there, and you have to take it now as 4 is actually 3.
Yes.
It's not 4. Remember, you're now watching it in movie timeline order. So here's what happened. Fast and the Furious came out and they thought that it was just going to be a movie. Okay. They had no idea how much this whole car culture was going to blow up in movie form. And it did. It was great. They had no idea. So, of course, Universal and them, being them, are like, we need to get another one out fast. Well, the only reason that Dom shot the movies was because he wanted to do other movies. And they said he had to do this movie in order to do those other movies, which would be, what is it? Riddick and like that. Like he wanted to be a movie star. Well, okay, we're going to give you these cool movies, but you have to do this one first. Again, nobody thought Fast and Furious was going to take off like that. Okay. So then now all they have is Paul Walker able to do something. Okay, we'll bring him in for 2 and we're going to introduce his new friend, which is Tyrese. And we give them their story. Yes, that's why we didn't see anybody else or what's going on. Oh, he's on the run. That's where Ludacris is and like that. Suki, that's how you get introduced to that, right? So Brian couldn't be a cop no more. He ran away, but yet they need him to find out this new investigation. Then it was still, dang, that made a whole bunch of money. Well, now these people, Paul Walker and gosh dang it, who plays Dominic? I just keep calling him Dom. Vin Diesel are now off doing other movies and taking off, right? So they're like, okay, well, I need to do a 3. Let's go ahead and change the whole story up, and we're going to talk about now the cars in Japan. And here comes Tokyo Drift. Okay, we have the white boy from US who gets in trouble and has to go to Tokyo, and there it is. So there's that, right? Now you have 1, 2, and 3. Now 3 was even that popular. And now all the screenings, they just said, why wasn't Dom there? And then Dom is put into the movie, and that just makes it blow up. And so now you do have this franchise, right? You have 1, 2, and 3. So now they're like, oh, okay, wow, all these people are great. We do need a storyline. We need to bring it back and return. And actually, that Fast and the Furious 4 is almost like a 2. So Too Fast, Too Furious is Brian's side story, right? And if you want to get technical, there's YouTube shorts, Marcus, that you need to watch in between as well, too.
Yeah.
So like after 1, Dom takes off to Mexico and there's like a 10-minute YouTube short. And that's where you see him find other friends that also get invited to the stories.
Those were the ones that I got confused about when I asked you about the chronological order, because when you put the numbers of the movies, I thought that was like the side story. So I got really confused.
No.
Wait. So I don't want to derail this conversation because I know you were going to talk about you said something about tinfoil hat thing.
Yes.
Okay. So
go. No, we're in now Fast and the Furious. You should already be bringing up the movie stuff.
Shit. Sorry.
Because the car goes into our world. So look that up after when I'm done. Or you can look it up right now. One thing. I'm trying to tell you the whole franchise. Right now, look up Cinemark Fast and the Furious popcorn buckets so we can show everybody. Because the car pertains to us. I believe we can use that car in lots of figure photography. So now 4 is actually like a 2, and this is to where we get into the story of Dom's crew and what they do and what type of bad guys they are. Look at so over there, hit the Regal one because that's the best showing.
Wait, Regal?
What happened to it? Down at the bottom, there's a Regal.
Bottom? Is it this
Yeah,
one?
the green. The Charger with the green. Or that one, whatever. Look at that.
Beautiful.
That is a popcorn bucket that I think may be able to fit with our legends. So again, what's his name? Ghost Rider standing next to this one. I think this one will fit bigger because I will fit better because I think it's a little bit bigger. But this is a popcorn bucket. So I figure this will probably be around 40 bones or not. That looks cool. But scroll over to the left. The cup is the best thing. That blue NOS tank is a cup.
Oh, NOS tank. Is it this
one?
Yeah.
Look at that's the NOS tank, cool. Dude. That's a cup. I have got to drink a Corona out of that so bad. And then that's the popcorn bucket that I was talking about is it's from some of the signature cars, the license plates, and they just put them all together and made it a popcorn bucket. So 1, I think we may be able to use the Charger for our figures. I think it's bigger than the last one, but the NOS tank cup, shit, that's dope. I got to get that for sure. And remember, guys, Bradley, if you're still listening and you're saying this is your first popcorn bucket, you better call your movie theater right now or go today because usually the popcorn buckets are out before the movie, boss. I don't want you to miss your bucket. If you don't get it, let me know so that when I go, I'll let you know what I have here, bro. Okay? But yes, the popcorn bucket game is crazy, and they do come out before. It should say whatever size is for the Charger. Yeah, I didn't see a measurement on any of the pictures or listings that I saw today's shelf. I just saw it being held and how big it was, and somebody had already said that it was there. That it was bigger than the last one. That the last one that came out for the last movie was a little bit too small and it looked not right. Fill the NOS with Jolt Cola. Make it explode. Alcohol-free Corona? No, we're getting some alcohol in this bitch. Yes, we're doing real Coronas. It's still Corona. I get that, but we drink real Coronas around here, guy. Renzu, if you have to drink alcohol-free, that's fine.
I don't know what Augie meant when he said I did.
I asked him if he was texting me during the show. I had to send him something. Yeah. I asked him if he got it. I'm assuming that's for your brother, Augie. I'll talk to you after. Okay, so back to Fast and Furious franchise. So now it's so popular. This is where we start getting all the other movies, okay? So characters are in there. Things happen. That's why you have to watch it in the order where they would like to. Because, yes, you see Han, but this is at the beginning of Dom's crew. This is who you see. They're what? Is that the Puerto Rico one or Rio that they're in? They're stealing gas trucks, right? So they're a crew. Basically, Dom and his crew are Robin Hood, right?
Yeah.
They're stealing from other bad guys that make them look like bad guys, so on and so forth, to help out communities and everything. But it always involves family and the badass cars and everything. So that's why I said you have to watch it in that order. So I do think it is 1, 2, 4, 3. Oh, 4, 5, and then 3.
I thought it was 4, 5, 6, and then 3.
Oh, really? I don't know.
Yes.
Whatever you looked up, I'm sure is correct.
Okay.
Because it does go in a certain flow. Because yes, things happen, and as a watcher, you had to remember, oh, well, they're coming back to the franchise. Not rewriting, but you have to remember, like, oh, what we're watching right now was earlier, or, like that. So now we're going to get 11. So yes, it gets crazy. But the cheesiness is what makes it happen. So yeah, there's all you popcorn heads, that's coming out for the 25th anniversary of Fast and the Furious. That will be shown in August. For all us collectors, check out that charger, because you may be able to use it in figure photography with your figs. So yes, continue on there. But we do have one last question before we get back to John Ross's question. Sonic wanted to know, Marcus, what was your opinion on Fast and the Furious 2? Too Fast, Too Furious.
It was fun. I liked it. I think I'm gonna go down the Fast and Furious rabbit hole. So it's gonna be fun.
I was so happy to hear that. Yes, it's great. I
mean,
love
I
it.
didn't think I would actually enjoy it though, because that's not usually my thing. But I actually really do enjoy the movies.
They're that cheesy in the story, and then you're gonna get to know all these characters and everything. Like I said, now you're family. That was it. See, and then okay. Here at Universal in Hollywood, the Too Fast Too Furious ride just opened up, and it's a new ride that's there, and they have a Fast and the Furious area, and it was a food area. Tell me how this fucking didn't open without a tuna no crust sandwich,
Right.
And everybody complained. As of 2 days ago, it's now the #1 thing on the menu. They put it up there.
Nice.
And it is selling like hotcakes, just for everybody to get a video of ordering tuna no crust and then showing them eating the tuna no crust, and somebody saying, why do you like it? It's the best tuna ever. No, it's not. And so everybody's doing, the whole movie thing, which is great. I just couldn't believe how did you open up Fast and the Furious food thing and not have that? Come on.
It's almost like having food for a Star Wars event, but not having blue milk.
Yeah. And then this too, I haven't seen this, but I thought Universal sells alcohol. So again, dude, they should be selling Coronas at that stand as well too, for reals. You can't do bottles for a safety reason, but you can still do a can or pour it in the cup, whatever it is. Yeah. Oh, I just saw this real quick from Sonic. I have to put this up there because yes, Eva Mendes was hot in Too Fast and Furious. Eva Mendes is hot in whatever she's in. Eva Mendes gets the lip bite. Dude, tell me she didn't look gorgeous.
No, I thought you just the
I
sound
did.
You made just kind of like made me pause a little bit.
That's Eva Mendes, bro. She is hot in whatever she's in. And you know what sucks? I'm not spoiling or whatever. She's one that has okay. Well, no, I don't. I'm just gonna say it. She hasn't come back.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. And you would think
I would have thought
yes.
like a little cameo or something. Right? Because
okay.
like they kind of
okay. There's a cameo, yes. There is a cameo, yes. But she should have been brought back as a movie character, like everybody else. Because Too Fast or Furious, I feel is Brian, Tyrese, and Eva Mendes. Like that's the movie. They're the characters of that one. So you have Tyrese and Brian in the movies, but you don't have her. And she does make a cameo, and you're thinking, oh, she's back. And that was it. And I'm like, that sucks. Because
So
I don't know. I felt like it.
she only comes back through like flashback or like old footage.
No, a true cameo.
Like
a true cameo. She came. I'm just going to tell you, she comes back real quick.
she comes back as Eva Mendes, as herself.
No, as the character, as the cop. I don't remember her name in the movie.
Okay. You confuse me, Ernie.
What did I confuse you on? When I say their real names, it's because I'm not remembering the movie
You
name.
made it seem like she doesn't come back as the character. That she just
No,
comes back
as her character. No. I'm saying she comes back for a couple of seconds.
Okay.
To where you think that she should. He said Agent Mendez. I'll call her Agent Mendez. That's fine. Yeah. No, he's right. He knows my way of thinking. You would think that she'd be there for the whole next movie after that.
Yeah.
She's not. It's just a couple seconds and that's it. That's what I'm saying is like, what? Why? You know? Yeah, I'm not trying to confuse you. I'm just saying that's it.
You say that all the time, but you still confuse me, even when I asked you about the order of the films to watch. I got so mad at you for it.
You gotta get on my track. Of course, I'm gonna say 1, 2, 4, 7. Come on.
Yeah,
that wasn't a secret code for the YouTube channels.
I thought it was. You did. I thought it was like an address. You didn't put any punctuation, any commas or whatever.
There is 10 Fast and the Furious right now.
Yeah.
You got to watch them. I'm going to say 1, 2, 4, 5, 3, like that. Okay.
I think we need to get back with the chat so I can get to the news.
Okay. Yeah. Blue Track had the kind of summer break, which is why I picked Blue. D-Town Joey says, hi, just found your channel tonight. By the way, those popcorn buckets are crazy priced. The Mando Grogu at popcorn bucket was 80. Yes. Nah. Hard pass for me. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. But yet I bought the $30 He-Man sword. You like, there's a difference there. But see, Joey bought the AT-AT because he collects nothing but AT-AT stuff. Joey has a ton of AT-AT stuff to Legos, to the old school ones, and like that. You know, yeah, AT-AT is Joey's jam. So of course he had to buy the AT-AT bucket. I was so happy it was there the night that we saw it because it had been sold out. So that was cool. Thanks, D-Town Joey. We're on every Tuesday after 6:15-ish. And this is it. I do lots of other podcasts. I've come from other podcasts. Been doing this for a long time. Here, we're just trying to get you through the week, talk about our weeks. We get real here. We talk about subjects that we love. We get into entertainment stuff. It's just craziness. Marcus is really trying to make it structured. And I'm like, no structure. No, we don't do that here. But he's trying.
Just here internally screaming and panicking.
Yes, and there's no need for it. He's all the time. He's like, look it, I'm so sorry. These are the notes I have. And I'm like, Marcus, I've never wrote down a note in my whole day. This is just top of the dome. We do what we do. It's okay. Like earlier, he said, yeah, we need to get more guests on here. I send an invite to the homies, bro. They show up. At times, you know that. And that's just the way we roll. If we have to have a guest on here.
Mac. I say that's so professional.
See, that's what I'm saying. No, that's Daddy Mac, bro. But yes, again,
I'm not calling nobody daddy.
Joey. Welcome. Look at Evil Diva. Marcus, he's confusing all the time. Try living with him. If Riley was home right now, she'd be busting through the door saying, this is my life. Are you serious? Yeah, all the time. What episode is the He-Man review, bro? It was probably like 2 episodes ago, but I'll tell you, bro, how have you not seen it yet? It was great. It's basically our cartoons episodes turned into a real life episode, and it seems like it's mocking and the stupidness of it, but it's not. It's so much fun. It is great. And Jared Leto killed it as Skeletor. So much that I don't do He-Man, and I wasn't going to get any of these He-Man figures. I had to order me Leto Skeletor,
Ooh.
just because he tore it up so much.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Oh, and I got the good one, Marcus. So I was totally happy about that.
Yeah, there's like 2 of them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what the folks were
Um,
talking about on the They're Not Dolls, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's 2 different He-Man and there's 2 different Skeletors. I got the one with the full jaw. That's the best way to tell. They are different colors, but unless you have them side by side, how do you know which one you have? Well,
Right.
the best way is the very first version, which is a darker color, is missing the back of his left jaw, like it just wasn't printed out correctly. And the newer version, correct jaw all the way around, and he is the lighter blue color, more to the cartoon.
And it's posable too, right? The jaw.
Yes.
Ah,
Yes.
so
Yes, it
cool.
is.
I love it. I love
Yeah.
whenever they do things like that.
Yeah. But bro, you have to go. You are missing out. Dude, I go to the movies all the time by myself now. And it is awesome. You get to sit there, enjoy it. I laugh. Like I said, there was kids running around. You just get them out of your head and enjoy the movie. And it was as if you were watching a new He-Man episode come up, but this one was in real life. So it was cool. It was a lot of fun. So much fun. You got to go see it. Okay, so I don't know where we are on the comments. You want to bring up your news for get your news ready for the next one so we can blow through the news.
Golly,
Okay. I'm going to go through like this real quick. Okay. The whole car and them boys built a rocket ship. This is the best. I do love the whole car though. Marcus needs to watch them all. Yes, he will. The popcorn bucket term seems to be applied loosely. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I would rather watch the Fast and Furious movies by release date. I don't know why, but it's a lot more fun that way. I think because that's what we were introduced with, Sonic. And see, I know the way that Marcus thinks and how he is. Like, I confuse him all the time. But so in order to watch the movies, I don't want him to go, wait a second. Why is this character here again and like that? So watch them the way that they should have been. Okay. Yeah, bro. The Nas Cup, we got to get that. Gaijin. Yes, which is also Marcus's name. So Tokyo Drift is only important for Han, and that's it. The rest is not important. Come on. Don't discredit it that way. It is important. I love Tokyo Drift. Haven't seen all the Fast and Furious movies. Lost interest after the 3rd or the 4th one, but I did like Hobbs and Shaw. Good action, and it was funny. Yeah, see, but it's still part of the family franchise. Must watch the movie Better Luck Tomorrow for some backstory on Han. Good one, John. We can tell them that, though, after he has watched, because now Han also has another movie coming out that he's doing. I wish Canada had the crazy popcorn buckets. Are you serious, Rensu? This isn't like a global worldly thing? You don't get our popcorn buckets in Canada? I thought this was like a movie thing. So no matter where the movie was shown, depending at your theater, it's popcorn buckets. Is this just a stupid US thing because we buy everything? I had no idea about that. Wow. I really thought that was like a worldly thing. The Nas is very cool looking. I can already see Ernie drinking out of the Nas tank on Toy Migos. You know
dude,
it.
Yes.
Yes, I am. Yeah. Oh, that wasn't for me. The alcohol-free Corona was for Marky Marcus Yee.
Yeah.
Dom
He knows
said,
I don't drink alcohol.
Well, you could start though. Dom said it can be any brew so long as it's Corona. It is. As long as it's Corona.
Evil bad habits.
It's not a bad habit. LOL. You can order the buckets online at the theater sites. Yeah, Bradley, if yours doesn't have it, sometimes they do pop up, but it might be gone. Actually, you might want to check the site right now. Again, let me know which one it was. Was it just that Buzz one? When I check out my theater, I'll let you know. The Fandango site has buckets as well. Eva Mendes was hot and Too Fast, Too Furious. How much is Dodge Charger going for? They haven't said yet. I don't know. I think the last one was $50, I believe. Beer so bad you need to add fruit.
Oh, really?
Leave it like a Corona with a lime. Come on, you put a lime in everything. Yes, she has for like 1 or 2 cameos, right? She was smart. Shut up, Shelf. Agent Mendez. That's what we're gonna call her. Poor Marcus. Just watch the movies, Marcus. You'll love the franchise. It's good and fun. I love the Fast and Furious movies. Two Fast and Furious is my least favorite. The main character cars were the weakest. Yeah. Fast and the Furious did copy Point Break. Yes. Copy Point and Point Break copy. What's up, Omega Weapon 13? I do still love the original Point Break. But you saw that one though, right? I think we talked about Point Break in back in the days of homework days. Didn't you watch that?
No, I'm probably gonna watch that.
With Keanu?
And is that Patrick Swayze?
Yes.
Gary Busey. Oh my gosh.
Give me 2, Utah. Give me 2. Yeah. Oh my God. Point Break is great. But especially, you know what, too? It would be a perfect time for you to watch Point Break because, yes, the movies go together. Yeah. It's following the same trope. You'll see what we mean by saying that. Again, what's up, Omega Weapon 13? I got the Battle Cat bucket from a website. Ooh, that was big too. Yeah, Omega Weapon the first Fast and Furious. You have Tokyo Drift to thank for her not coming back as a regular, and then they went 4, which pickups back after 2. I know, yeah, because of the timeline, but she could have came back instead of this the small cameo. Agent Mendez. I'll definitely come back for this. Seems fun here. Thank you very much. We greatly appreciate that. Live action cartoon, very well balanced. It was great. I know. I think I'm going to go Thursday. I hope you do. Did you stay for after the credits? Yes, there's 3. This movie has 3. Remember when we watched it as kids in at the drive-in? We saw Monster Squad. That was the very first time. I still say that He-Man should get the credit for a movie with after credits doing that because that was the first one that I'd ever seen. Does Marcus He-Man?
I tried to back in like 2018.
The original or one of the new updated ones?
No, the original, because at the time I wanted to get into toy making and I wanted to have like an homage to He-Man, but it never really went anywhere.
Oh, okay. We have lame as literal buckets with movie names and posters on them. Dude, I did not know that. Tokyo Drift has a live action Sailor Mars from Sailor Moon.
Do we need to get Toy Rensu some buckets then?
Yeah, because we have such cool ones out here.
Yeah.
I guess classic movie popcorn buckets. Yeah, so you don't have none at all. I still want the Sarlacc popcorn bucket. Yeah, that went really quick. Doombot got the fantastic car.
He's talking about the Dune one, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Everybody was calling it the Sarlacc one because it looked like that.
I was going to say I want one, but I'm not going to. I shouldn't have said
that. Adam will get you one. He has many different ones.
No, it's going to be used.
I got the fantastic car when the Fantastic Four came out. You have it displayed with the figs, Doombot? Because I bet you that looks cool. The original Point Break, not the remake. Yes, he already found the one with Keanu. Classic movies from Marcus. Watch Big Trouble in Little China. One of the best.
I definitely watched
that. My Adventure with Superman is back. First episode was great. Love the Easter eggs. Is that part of your news?
Yeah.
3. Yep.
Kind of the bigger one.
Where the old Mar was on Bear Valley. All right, go ahead.
So, speaking of My Adventures with Superman. Sorry, Ollie E. Cravalho, the actress known for Moana and Mean Girls, she will be appearing in the show as Jessica Cruz, and then she will appear in the spin-off series. She will be headlining the spin-off series My Adventures with Green Lantern. I just thought this was really interesting, especially because it is Ali Cravalho, because Disney, but also like it's just a star that I wouldn't have expected to play Jessica Cruz as well.
Why?
No, it's just because like I don't know. I'm just so like maybe this is like an example of what is it called? Like typecasting, where I'm just so
Yeah.
familiar with her in like Moana and Mean Girls, but this is really cool just to see her in this new role. You okay, Ernie?
Yeah, I'm just listening to your news. What?
No, you were just like sitting there menacingly.
Yeah, I'm looking at everything. This is your time, bro. Roll with it. You segued perfect. Let the news roll. Go with it.
Well, actually, no. Actually, speaking of DC, there is not really an update, but there are some rumors about the Batman. I don't have to screenshot, not screen share it. But so just to follow up with the news that we covered maybe a couple weeks ago about Brian Tyree Henry joining the cast, as well as everyone else, including Sebastian Stan, Scarlett Johansson, Charles Dance. So there's a rumor that Brian Tyree Henry will be playing Harvey Dent instead of Sebastian Stan, and Sebastian Stan would be playing in another role. Some people are speculating Victor Zaps, the serial killer. So I just thought that was interesting.
I kind of like Sebastian Stan though as Two-Face.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, I just want to point this out because this is a rumor that I've been hearing. But just to be absolutely clear, there's no like confirmation. So just take this with a grain of salt.
Well, not only that either. I mean, with all of them saying that they're cast isn't either. I mean, we've had no type of really good confirmation to say it otherwise. So yeah, I mean, this all could be hype of Batman. I mean, it has already started been shooting, and where are they going to go with the storyline? We'll see. But I think any of them can play any multitude different characters, So yeah, we'll have to see.
Other than that, I mean, well, there's just going over some news because this is like really minor stuff. It's not like anything substantial yet. It's just more of stuff that are in the talks. So one of them being 24 Jump Street. Apparently that is in the works with supposedly Channing Tatum, Jonah Hill, and Ice Cube are set to return.
I just saw that the other day. It was on TV.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know much about it. All I know is that I just remember there was going to be like a 22 Jump Street and a Men in Black crossover in the works, but that never really went anywhere.
Oh, I never heard that. Yeah. Really? Wow.
It was supposed to happen, but I think everything fell apart partially due to the sort of reboot that happened with Chris Hemsworth and Tessa Thompson.
Oh, for Men in Black, you mean? Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, the two that are out there are hilarious. I would wonder exactly where this would go, with 23 Jump Street, because at the end of the 22 Jump Street, the credits, they went into a whole bunch of different movie ones. So that would be hilarious if whatever they call 23, they actually made happen. You know what I'm saying? That'd be funny.
It's also just kind of weird that if this does happen and if they bring everyone back, because Ice Cube was in that horrible was it War of the Worlds film that came out last year?
Yeah.
And like Jonah Hill I haven't heard much of him lately. And Channing Tatum, he has Avengers Doomsday going on. He had that one movie where he played basically a robber that stayed at a Toys R Us overnight.
Yes, that was true story.
Yeah.
They were funny. They were really funny. They're funny together. So I could see it happening. The only thing is, what are you going to do? Because we've done the high school, we've done college. So how are you going to put them undercover this time? It can work with anything, and they are a good group. So I'd be down to check it out. Not at the movies, but streaming, I definitely would. But they are a funny group. But yeah, what is everybody else doing right now? I did watch that Ice Cube War of the Worlds for study purposes. And Riley had actually showed me other movies now that are being done that take on the same trope of follow the camera. I mean, our very first one was the Blair Witch Project, right? Of always giving that camera one. But now, in the world that we live in, everybody's doing these movies of we're using cameras from your laptop, from your phone, from the ATM. There's so many movies of the same thing of just different stories, but are doing that. And that's what this War of the Worlds was. The whole thing was done through a camera view of finding something else or somebody's from a car to everything, and how they were taking over our electronic way of doing that. So that was it. It was just another way of doing it, you know?
Yeah. But also like another film that is, well, not film, but franchise that is in talks right now is that apparently George Miller is looking to develop a final Mad Max film and TV series before the rights go up for sale. And that was also the reason why I spent some time before this watching Furiosa, the Mad Max story or something like that. Are you okay?
Yeah, sorry, I was checking something.
Yeah. So there's no like no like specific news right now. It's just that he's planning on it. He's considering it. But I think that would be really cool because I really love Fury Road. I liked Furiosa. I really enjoyed it. I didn't get a chance to watch it when it came out. Um, I don't know. I think like that sort of aesthetic and the universe is just really entertaining. So I would love to see more of it. Hopefully they don't water it down with the TV series,
Yeah.
but we'll see. I actually would like some Mad Max figures, to be honest. But the thing is, like, I don't know which one would I want. Like, would I want the original, like Mel Gibson? I mean, I know that's it's a little bit, but either that or like Tom Hardy, because I actually enjoyed the later Mad Max films so far.
Mhm. I think they could do from all over the franchises. They might sell better that way to have
Yeah.
a couple from here and there, you know, for sure. And I think they would be big sellers. The chat did have some comments for you, though. Jess is a great character.
Yeah.
Victor Z is brutal, and he would be great at it. Bucky the serial killer. What if Phantasm is in Batman?
That would be cool. Well, really quick to Rick Jones' comment. Sebastian Stan did play a serial killer in a suspense horror film. Let me look for it real quick, but continue on. I was just
Shell said a bald Bucky. Oh boy, I completely forgot that existed. Shaking my head. The Men in Black could have been so good. John Dross says that 22 Jump Street could go to adult learning center would be the next focus. That's funny. That's what I thought actually, Rick. That Scarlett Johansson was playing Phantasm. Mad Max, yes, let's do it because Furiosa was great. Rick Jones is a fan. I absolutely want another Mad Max. I love them all. So is Shelf. Fury Road is peak cinema, and she couldn't stand Hardy.
I think that's in reference to Charlize Theron. She had really bad working relationship with Tom Hardy. Like it was to the point where I think like she broke down a couple times because of his behavior.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
So, yeah, that's kind of the downside. Like it's sad that like both Mel Gibson and Tom Hardy are kind of like not so great people in terms of like on-set issues, but yeah. I will say I love Charlize Theron. I love Anya Taylor-Joy, both in the roles of Furiosa. I think they both did incredible. So, and the horror film that Sebastian Stan starred in is called Fresh. It came out in 2022. I don't know if that's it's Daisy Edgar Jones. I just want to point that out. Sorry.
What was the movie called again?
It was called Fresh.
Fresh?
No, not
And he's a
Fresh.
serial killer?
Yes.
What's up, Johnny? Usa, what are we talking about? You are coming up right to the end, brother. So you're going to catch the replay. We did get some entertainment into this one and everything that's going on. The Cheeto Man. Fresh. And this is where he was a serial killer, huh?
Mhm. Yeah, I mean, Obi-Wan,
Um,
it's just more of like the type of person he is. You know, I'm not really gonna go too deep into it. I mean, it's pretty apparent. You know, it's out there. We've seen like how he has acted and whatnot. So I'm not really gonna get into that.
I want some Cheetos too.
Mm,
Yeah, but I think we would all eat up some figures as well. You know, something again, another movie franchise that we haven't had figures of, you know. It's funny because you know that question comes up a lot and you're asked it, and we forget about movies like this or the franchises that we do and love and we have no figures for, you know. I had one to talk about too, and now see again, I totally forgot which one it was. Yeah. Where I was like, you know what, we have no figures of blah blah blah. I definitely have to bring this up.
that was actually something
And
that I want to talk to you about. Like, what are some
I can't
franchises that
remember.
you like figures of?
Yeah, I've thought about it too, and I'll have to remember and actually write it down again so we can come back to it.
Yeah.
And then you know, going off of John to the Ross, I don't know if you're still here, brother, but we were getting some foil experiments going on. Maybe I can get with Cheney and find out when we can do another show so we can talk about the GATE program and other programs that we are now learning about that we all took together and they were very weird. And then some people had actually totally forgot all about them. And then it triggered in their mind of seeing pictures and what people described. Because the GATE program is definitely one of those. What up, Saul? Yes, everybody said congratulations, bro. And they want you here on the show. I was talking about you earlier. Definitely, Saul, get some rest, and definitely we will get a better work day tomorrow because we have been through the shit. Tomorrow is our Friday, so that's awesome. We can't wait for that. But yes, a big congratulations to Saul. What's up to my brother for being here tonight as well too. Thanks, bro, for making a show. All the new people who for some reason got thrown over here, thank you. Yeah, we do this every week and we just get into all the nonsense here, as you can see. I will try and ask Cheney if he wants to do another, what do we call it? Mystery. You remembered it? Mystery Incorporated
Bro,
with him
how
and
do I
I. And
remember this more than you?
dude, you know my memory. Come on.
Come on, Ernie.
And we can talk about the GATE program and other stuff that is going on right now. We will bring that back as well. Don't forget tomorrow to check out the Sarlacc Digest for all your Star Wars news, and Thursday night with the Toy Migos for another episode of They're Not Dolls. We are right after Chat Migos Assemble. We have a full lineup going on once again. All days are full of content for you. Mondays with the World Warrior Weekly, all Street Fighter news, everything that's out. We did get some Jada drop today of Akuma Player 2. God, I need that. He looks beautiful.
Nice.
That came out today. And then Tuesday's Chat Migos Assemble and the Fallen Fett Chronicles. Wednesday, Between Two Sentinels and the Sarlacc Digest. And then Thursday with Toy Migos, They're Not Dolls. And then you have the weekend to go check out all this other stuff that we have as well. Know how we do Disney news today. Sorry, I do have to get to the park and get you a brand new update on that. Hopefully, I will have something fresh and new by next week. Have a great weekend. You guys be safe out there. If it is hot and being summer in your area, please remember to stay hydrated, stay cool, and cool off because this year is going to be no joke. It is really hot as the earth gets closer to the sun, as Marcus says. And then, yeah, we will see you next week. What's this weekend? Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. I believe that's this weekend, right? Or is that next weekend? I think that's this weekend.
Yeah. This Sunday.
And if you've ever called me daddy, you owe me a present. So be safe out there. And we will see you next week. Right, Marcus? Yes. That's the way it goes. Later.